Well, hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at a rank 4 7-star Elsa Bloodstone. And if you do have any interesting rank 4 7-star gameplay, you can submit it to my as well, and I will gladly showcase it on the channel. The contact information will be in the video description. But now, thanks to Pokazach, let's take a look at Elsa Bloodstone. So first we obviously do have the mandatory Winter Soldier fight, and we do have quite a few different clips here. We're going to take a look at Hulk and then a bit of battlegrounds, and then we have a whole bunch of everything else. So with rank 4 7 stars, obviously 500k health pool is not that big of a deal anymore. Let's face it, there was a time when this was considered a relatively long fight or long form type of fight, and that's not so much anymore. Like here, he isn't even really going, well, he didn't have a need to go for that level 2, I'd say, but still. Just about dead Winter Soldier in level 1, level 2, and keep in mind her combat power rate is also increased, so the overall time, very, very short. But now let's take a look at her in a matchup she's kind of meant to be good for, and that is Hulk. So obviously she gets extra bonus damage against extra large and large champions, as well as science class. So this is where she delivers significantly more damage. And let's take a look at how much. So he goes for a simple level 1 here with 4 of his damage busted debuffs on. And is he going to go for another level 1? I think the level 1 finish it. Oh, he still made it level 2, which is completely pointless, but still, that is one dead Hulk in about 26 seconds. So 26 seconds is very, very fast. Alright, let's see what else we have in here. We do have Alliance War. Quite interesting. So we have Mr. Negative in Alliance War. And let's see how Elsa handles that. Immediate, auto intercept, which is one of the cool things with Elsa. She was one of the first champions in the game to have that ability, and Elsa always been one of those champions that has had fairly, dedicated, I wouldn't say cult following, but people who love Elsa really love Elsa Bloodstone. And here we go. So for an Alliance War fight, this has not lasted long at all. The duration there is barely over 20 seconds. Alright, fine. So let's go on to the next one. We do have Photon in Battlegrounds. As we all know, Photon is one of those champions that can pose quite a lot of trouble. And again, one cool thing about Elsa is that guaranteed opening without reliance to the parry stun or having to risk getting intercepted. And now at this point, Elsa just safely goes in there, inflicting all of her busted debuffs, getting in that intercept as well. So you're gonna go for a very, very juicy level 2. I think the timing might be a bit tight there, but still, you got a little hiccup in the end. But the fact that the Photon went down in like 30 some seconds, it's quite nice. It's always nice to see Photon getting destroyed. So now we have Act 8 Quicksilver boss. Let's see how Elsa deals with that. And yeah, I do always kind of feel like, she is one of those somewhat forgotten champions, but that can still be extremely effective and also kind of like take you for a loop. Like if I see somebody with rank 3 Sig 200 Elsa Bloodstone, there is a very solid chance that depending the meta, I'll ban that. If I see somebody with rank 4 Elsa, there's almost a guaranteed chance I will ban that. And the main reason for it is, for these less than standard meta champions, the people who have invested in them heavily know most about them, and they know which matchups they can do the best, and they know, one second, let's take a look at this one. So this is Starlord. Okay, let's take a look at Starlord. How long? For 3.4 million damage. So back to the previous point. People who rank up and heavily invest in champions that you wouldn't necessarily call, the standard top of the meta champions, always know the matchups the best, always know the interactions the best, always know which champions you can and cannot take, and that, can completely take you by surprise. For instance, initially when Prowler came out, I was kind of like aware of what he does. And then all of a sudden, when I dropped my Korg, somebody dropped my Korg with the Prowler in like 38 seconds or 48 seconds with full health in a fairly tricky meta. And I was, completely dumbfounded, and I lost the Balagons match because of it. I just did not know that he would do it so well. And that's why whenever I see some of these more unique rank ups, I definitely just about always try to ban them. Especially if you'd see a rank 4 that's somewhere out of the blue. Even if I'm not entirely sure. I'd be like, yeah, probably, he knows something that I don't. And that's always the case. Because again, if you do have rank 4 Elsa, you will know much, much, much better which champions she can and cannot take and how well would that happen. And here, that Starlord is getting chipped away quite nicely. Keep in mind that as Elsa keeps reloading, she also increases, I believe, her reload speed, and there was something in between combat power rate or something of the sort, where she effectively gets more effective, well, slightly, in longer fights to a degree. And now that the wait has happened, he has access to Cold Snap as well, with the same potency as before. And well, let's see. So Starlord's at 35. God, anybody remember when these fights used to take like forever with 4 stars when Labyrinth initially came out? Now they are just practice grounds, man. And Elsa's still at 100%. He's doing everything he wants and can. He's waiting for both of the reloads to come true. He's got some precisions there and cruelties, which is sweet. Oh, he ate that level 1 to the face though. And let's see, this should do quite a significant amount of damage there. He's got 12 bastards on, so these will do quite a bit of damage. And he's got 5 cold snaps. And just a bit early for that level 2, but still. That Starlord is going to be dead in 237. 237 for a Starlord kill is not bad at all. Who else do we have here? Thing. Okay. Yeah, let's see how you deal with the Thing. Because again, Thing is one of those matchups that Elsa should be quite good for. Now, you do not directly stop the protection. Ooh, but you do have slow... that synergy, I believe that's with Mr. Negative, or who it was, when she counter evades, she inflicts a slow passive on the opponent. That's quite neat. Neat little trick she has. She does have some quite exciting synergies for sure. But yes, back to the point. Thing is, as we all know, Science Champion. So that gives Elsa additional damage, as well as he's an extra large champion, which again gives Elsa additional red burst damage. And that in its totality means, oof, he made a mistake. By 1, miscounted that by 1. Oh, that's slow actually being kind of clutch there. That's kind of neat to see. So he has taken down 1/4 of the Thing's health pool. And let's see how it goes further. We got still a few rock stacks to get rid of. Obviously, we do have Cold Snap that is preventing their wade as well, or at the very least it should from this point forward. He is completely reloaded, and the Thing is definitely slowly but surely going away. It's also very nice to see that Elsa effectively does not trigger the protection just about ever. He needs to get rid of the rock stacks. And the Thing is such an old champion, but he can definitely still be troublesome as well at times. And he's just gunning for it here. And needs another hit in to get the rock stacks out. I think he could have just went for... Yep, he did not need to finish that combo. He would have still completely unloaded. But fair enough. So 37% left on Thing. Fairly sizable dot still there. He utilized that passive slow on evade in order to just get an extra opening there. Push his rock stacks back a bit. So let's see what, okay, he's just gonna make it simple and go here for a full combo basically. Okay, 23%. And again, for an Abyss fight, oof, one too many again for the second time. Just one too many. But he can again utilize that slow to effectively reset himself. Whoops. That's a genuine whoopsie moment here. But he gets out of the situation quite easily by being patient. And that stupid thing throws a heavy attack. So as we can see, you cannot be as aggressive, so you cannot get as many busted and dot debuffs on, but the damage is still there for sure. I mean, the man is just, you know, nuking down Abyss of Legends fights for fun. And I know that Abyss is outdated piece of content, but the health pools are still, you know, big and massive. So here we have 1% remaining, and that is one dead thing in 332. So what else do we have here? I believe this is an entire lane as well. Anyway, I had a Red Hulk somewhere. But okay, so let's see in a more straightforward questing scenario here. Oh no, but this is the Thronebreaker EQ. This is just gonna be a nuke fest, man. Somebody's gonna die here and fast. Because you do get those Furies, and with the Furies you increase the dot and so yeah, this is the skill lane in the event quest, where Elsa is just gonna run absolutely rabid. Oh, and cool, she's a tactic champion as well. She's a Saga champion currently. Yeah, let's just take a couple more of these, but it's gonna be filthy fast, I bet. Elsa also interestingly has one of the highest organic crit rates in the game. Not too many people know that, but it's kind of cool. So it means she can crit more than most champions, and then on top of it all, she has access to precision effects as well. So that means lots of crits. Yeah, I mean, like that's just like beating up babies. This one's a very naughty. Okay, what do we have here? This is Red Hulk. Yeah, let's see how quickly. It's also interesting note to remind you guys, Red Hulk in Labyrinth of Legends with 1.5 million health is outdated version of Red Hulk. He is the way Red Hulk existed in the game pre-buff. And which means he will not auto-purify all the incinerates. Just letting you know. So yeah, he's different. He's worse. He's weaker. He can only go up to 6 of his incinerate charges, and he can overheat, and yeah, he's significantly worse. Obviously, he does have his energy resistances and stuff like that. Still a fairly chunky lad compared to most of the Labyrinth fights at 1.5 million, but he's not the guy that you get to play with. And look at that, man. Just casually smacking him down. Okay. Ooh, evade. So now we're going to switch to cold snaps. Hey, so it's actually kind of interesting. So even if he was purifying everything, you just kind of have to play until the first evade. Which in this case, obviously, is almost at the end of the fight. But yeah, there you go. That's another level 2. And that's not even 100 hits here for Elsa. So, to me, Elsa has always been one of those champions that has great damage in right conditions. Not the best damage generically, but has very satisfying playstyle. I mean, that is for sure. But there we go. That is rank 4, 7-star Elsa Bloodstone. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. And again, if you do want to submit your own gameplay, then get in touch with me via email, Abzone, or lineup, or however it is more convenient for you. Catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about